Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And here is Sosa to the plate. 1 for 3. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
1 up, 1 down.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Yo, emoji sign of the horns.
Jenkins, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. The Orioles trailing by 3 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Missed inside with the curve. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Shot back to the mound, and he gloves it. And the Orioles down to their final out.
2 down.
Dom Smith stands in. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped right center field. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Masalo in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And they hold the runner at third base as they decide not to risk the send with 2 away. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Edgar Sanchez. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. They're down to their final strike.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
James is just 1 strike away.
Got him.
And that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
You got Gabe Moreno, Vlad Guerrero, Elliott Wheat. Are we past the All-Star break? Or are we just coming up on it? I think we're just coming up on it. I gotta go to make some changes here. Save situation. Vaughn Grissom. 345. Ellie De La Cruz is in New York. Luis Angel Acuna. Vientos, Parada. Austin Beck. Gabe Moreno. Trout.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And stepping in for New York, Vaughn Grissom. There's the strike.
3 out of the lead.
And a big swing and a miss.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Vientos, batting with one down, takes a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Late with the swing there.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pump it.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. An absolute smash to left. His 19th home run of the year, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense.
1 out, base is empty. Kevin Parada digs in now. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. That clips the corner. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And they're down to
2
their
down.
last out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Looking to get the tying run on base. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Oh, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And he takes one right on the black. And the count is even, 2-2. James is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
He's done it again, Boog. That's his 30th save of the year as he puts another game to bed. Sweet dreams, everyone.
30 saves before the break. He's doing well. Shouldn't have given up the home run, but I got 3 Ks to make up for it, so let's move on. Okay, now we're at the All-Star break, I believe.
Welcome to the Minnesota Tour channel.
Texas.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Nathaniel Lowe getting ready to hit. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fall off foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This to third.
One down.
And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Payne in the box now. Takes strike one. Next offer in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
2 down.
And just 1 out remaining for Houston. Now the third baseman. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Almost got him.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just
Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start
No, he
to
was an
expect
all-star.
this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
3 years in a row. I'm gonna go check out his player card. Look at that. Holy, what a staff. Left, right, just how I would do it. Joe Ryan's in the bullpen? My God, better trade him. Let's see. 28, 29, and 30. He is a catcher also. I'll be right back. Okay, he's All-Star 28, 29, and 30. So 24, 23, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his 6th season and well, basically his 5th. Jeez, Burns didn't even make it through the first inning. Save situation. How many outs? 0. Let's try this guy. Holy smokes. First in all off defense and pitching categories. First in ERA at 3.34, 907 strikeouts, 103 home runs allowed, 368 runs allowed, 145 plus runs. That's a World Series team.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
Hi emoji waving hand.
Here's Riley Green.
Boss challenge. Riley Green versus Jeremiah James.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
And another ball.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
And there's a ball. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1. Saved at first. They won't get a bump, and the runner comes in from third. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Right through there for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. The 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 on, 1 out. Got him looking. That's out number 2.
Backwards K.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Corners are occupied with 2 down. On the ground to third. Can't glove it cleanly. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. In comes the runner from third. It's 8-5. Now the third baseman. He's already homered here in this one. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied.
Who was that?
That one out of here. His
Sterling Thompson?
It's 8-8. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely... Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Angels, 9 runs on 15 hits. 2 runs for
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's the third baseman. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Here we go. Pick it up. Let's go.
Swing and a base hit.
Come
So
on.
runner aboard to start the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Herrera up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. That clips the corner.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
And a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Tying run at the plate. Up and in, and that's ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes
what's
for the
up?
third straight at bat.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment to get back on track. His team
My
needs it.
goodness.
Fletcher, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
On the ground, and this should do it. Ball game.
Another save. 32 for 34. Reed Detmers.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Angels,
We got another closing opportunity
Welcome
in Houston.
Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out.
41% strikeout rate. Outstanding. 40 games pitched. See if we can get this fastball up to 100. 98.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Come on.
There. And another ball.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That to right. He's under it.
1 down.
And out number 1 on the grab.
Jerry James.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
He's 2 outs away. Dominic Fletcher digs in now. And that one lifted in the air center field.
Trout
sizing it up. And there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just
swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So
big
he gets
dumper.
on base and keeps it going.
couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Jordan Beck up next for the Astros. Fastball for a strike.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
James is just 1 strike away.
Oh,
Going to count 1 and 2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
2-2.
In the dirt. Nice job.
up and in fastball. Here we go.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Got him.
Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Strike 3, and that's how this one comes to an end. Wow.
This team is laser focused right now. They knew coming
33.
into this series they were going to have to execute, come up with the big hits and the timely hits, as well as pitch and pitch effectively. They've done all of that. They've won the first 3 games of this series.
All you got to do is throw strikes. It's the name of the game when you're on pitching and catching. Alright, back to the clubhouse. We got a World Series team here, and I'm the closer. I'm a two-way player, but they took me away from catching because my average is below 200. And that was like year 2 in the majors. And they shifted me just to solely closing pitcher. Hey, we got an award pack. Earlier, my other Bill, Jimmy Franklin, got hit in the head in the ALCS, and they put him out of commission. We have a 16.5 game lead. First in pitching, 4th overall rank. Rangers we're in. Just a matter of playing it out. That's right now with 40 appearances. Taj Bradley. Petco. What's going on here? Isley Duke. Say, Jeremiah, have a seat. Let's chat about your performances going through the dog days of summer. I've been dominating, right? We're really happy with your overall performance this season. However, you've pitched 9 2/3 innings with a 4.66 ERA this month, so you haven't been as good as keeping runs off the board lately. In that time, you've gotten 16 Ks, so keep dominating batters with those Ks. Overall, we are very happy. All attributes 2 times. I give it all I got. Keep up the hard work, Jeremiah. He looks happy. Alright, safe situation in Petco. Merrill's up. They offensively 136 homers, 470 runs compared to our 530. As you can see, runs allowed first, home runs allowed first, strikeouts first, ERA 3.31. Jackson Merrill. He is batting 7.89 coming up. Merrill, Bogarts, Gray, Kessinger.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th.
42nd appearance. '96. '98. 89. 96. And the sweeper. 83. That's my changeup.
At the plate, Jackson Merrill.
The left fielder, Jackson Merrill.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
No strike.
Smoked
Nice
on the
play.
ground to second. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
1 down.
A couple of pitches and a quick out.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Xander.
Months.
So here's Xander Bogaerts now.
God, he's got to be like 40 years old now.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Base knock right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Kessinger in the box now. Takes strike one. Swings and misses.
Nasty.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Swings and misses. Struck him.
2 down.
Well, one of the things that
Here
hitters
comes
will do is
Nando.
they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Tatis in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Tying run at the plate. And a foul ball.
Slider away. It's going to be over.
James is just one strike away. And another ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Now, number 2. Swing and a miss. 0-1. With the winning run at the plate here in game 1 of 2 in the series. And it's through for a hit. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Salas in the box now. Takes strike one. A 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out.
100.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot. Whatever.
Bounced out to short. And that is the ball game.
Another save.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good.
Lucky number 34.
Times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of
Abdul
yourself. We'll see
Coop.
if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
And that's the end of the San Diego series. Twins. .170 run differential. Wow. Never seen that before. Hank Davis. 66 Ks in 43 innings. We're almost 40 games over 500. Hank Davis is batting in the 5-hole. Zach Veen, Evan White, Jordan Lawler.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Henry Davis now at the plate. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. That one missed. The pitch. And that one fouled off.
1-2.
Righty delivers. Plus it misses. It's a strikeout. So up next for Minnesota, Zach Veen.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that
Go
starts
Angels,
to go
emoji,
away, and
smiling
you've
face
got to
with halo.
produce at the big league level.
There's the strike, 95 of that one. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And here it comes. This one in the air, center field. Hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Evan White. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And that one clips the corner.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And there's a ball. The 1-2. That one just misses.
It's a good take.
And a good eye there.
Wow.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And a swing and a miss. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing across.
Walk off. There's a dub for Big Jer.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Angels. 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 13 runs on base. For the Twins, 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors. They left 10 runs on base. Time at the ball game, 2 hours.
Where are we at now? We're going to be getting close to August. Running fastball velocity. Tampa Bay. One on. Bottom. Oh, they only do a 4-out save. Okay. $169, 169 plus runs. They're plus 7. 3.2 ERA, 1,000 Ks. Yeah. Who do we got here? Walker Jenkins. Jenkins can't touch this.
Welcome in. We're in the 8th. 2 men out. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton.
JJ.
So 2 down. Walker Jenkins digs in now. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Swings through that.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Outside. The tying run at the plate. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2.
Hey now, we got 2.
Inside, just missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1 run,
Oh,
a pair of hits,
Walker.
no errors, and 1 left on. Back here at Tropicana Field, now it's the second baseman, Jacob Gonzalez.
The second baseman.
Late on that fastball.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And he deals. And a swing and a miss. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. That's in there, and the count is 0-2. The Angels up big in this one here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's 2 down. Jacob Wilson next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. That one inside, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. James is just 1 strike away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And that just misses.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And that's in the dirt. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now this is in the air down the line.
Get there.
And that's a foul ball. The pitch. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. So man aboard. Now the left fielder, Oswaldo Cabrera, on the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. And the Angels slug their way to a win in this one.
This is why they turn to him to close out games. He's so
35
reliable in these spots, and he just proved it for the 35th time this season. Nice job getting it done out of the pen.
Milestone, 35 saves in the season. Ooh, Marlins got kind of good. Who do they got? Evan Carter, Lane Thomas, Willie Castro, Perdomo, Kyber Ruiz, Bo Bichette, BDLC, Mikhail Garcia, Elijah Green, who I really like. So I gotta be careful. Who do I gotta face? Bo Bichette.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Bo Bichette up to the dish, 1 for 2.
Boss challenge.
This is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Albert Cruz. I don't know if I know him.
Cruz in the box now, takes strike 1. Clips the corner, and the count is 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
In there, sets him down on strikes.
Backwards
now
K.
only 1 out remaining. And at the plate for Miami, Brian De La Cruz. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1.
Well, their bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Got him! And that is the ball game.
Oh, he's pumped. Number 36.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't
All-star
look straight.
closer for the LA Angels of
They didn't
Anaheim.
let any of those things
81 and
distract them.
39.
Like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Keep rolling. Emoji flex biceps. 3-6 saves.
$600 runs. Oh my God, that's a lot. We almost have 200 run differential, and our defense and pitching is first in all categories. Xander Bogaerts, where's he batting today? 891. I gotta face Nando again. Soto is back. Johnsky Noel.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth.
46 game, 46 in the third inning, 41% strikeout rate.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
1-1.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. That's in there. And it's 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Check swing. Now a look down to first.
Hey,
yes, he
that
did.
away, Xander.
Down he goes on strikes. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Greg Kessinger, 1 for 3. And fouled off. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. Gets him to chase after that one.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
One and 2 now. That one is upstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. All tied up here in the second and final game of the series. Popped up. He's under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's outside.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
And foul ball. 2 outs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault it, of course.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. No runs,
Walk
no
off.
hits, no errors.
Another
5,
equipment
6, and
pad.
7 will lead things off in the bottom of the
Moreno,
ninth.
Morel,
Tied 1-1.
Lane Thomas. Let's go.
And we're back. We're in extras here. Down to number 2 hitter. Number 2. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Strike 2. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits in today's games. Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Not in time. He's safe. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But man,
Boss challenge versus Juan
it's gonna have a
Soto.
pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
Boss challenge versus Juan Soto.
Soto in the box now. Takes strike 1. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Drifts towards it. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And they've got the lead in extra innings. Stepping in for San Diego, David Villar. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. 1 run across in the frame so far here in the top half of the 10th. Out towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
2 down.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Ethan Salas. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there for strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Hit in the air, center field. In position. He's got it. And that is out number 3.
Another dub for Big J.
A 3-2 final score in this one. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
That wouldn't have been an earned run if it was in the extra innings. Right there. That's right. What do we got here? Well, we got 3-win streak, huh? Let's see what we got for a equipment pack. Absolutely nothing. The Zenzo. (912) Dominguez, Judge, Jackie Robbins. What is this? Hello.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game, and now Zach DeZenzo. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases.
Who is this guy?
So important to stay within yourself, especially for this hitter. Not known to be a power guy or a home run hitter. He needs to set the table by getting on with a walk or a base hit.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
This one blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball. That's in there, and the count is 1-2. Fights it off, you'll see another. Looking to get the tying run on base. And there's a ball.
That's a really good take.
It misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
So last chance for the Yankees. And now the center fielder, Jason Dominguez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. That's a strike across the top of the zone. James is just one strike away. Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Got him. And that is the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you
37.
can take the lead in the eighth at home. You come out in the ninth, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final three outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
Abner Uribe.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. So the lineup flips over. Nick Gordon digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Up and in, and that's ball one. Wouldn't chase that time. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against it.
Laser could be extra bases, and it's off the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate.
Knocks it down. That leaves him without a throw, and they can't get the out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really important at bat coming up now. Well, they're applying pressure, quality at bats, quality swings right now, and see this offense doing it one player to the next, showing a lot of fight right now, and they're making it difficult for the back end of this bullpen to close out this game.
On a line, and that gets down into the gap. One runs in. Here comes the runner. He will score, and they take the lead. It's 4-3.
Gosh.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity.
New pitcher in the game for the Angels.
Freddie Fermin. Johnny DeLuca.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. There's a swing and a miss.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
And there's a ball. Next offering upstairs. Late that time, it's strike two.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Smoked on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And
One
the leadoff
down.
man retired here in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. And now Johnny DeLuca. And it's fouled away. The Halos up by 2 here in the second game of the series. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a
2
strikeout.
down.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Goodman in the box now. No balls and a strike. And there's a foul ball.
Look out. That ball is smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
To first, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something
38.
special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
Can't believe he's 6 years in and he's only an 88. I don't know what I can do different. Hey Jeremiah, have a seat. I want to chat with you about your performance as we head into the final stretch of the regular season. Let's do it. We're really happy with your performance. 7 1/3, 2.45, 12 strikeouts, 2-time all attributes. I'll give it all I got. Andy Yerzy, 912.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. So up now for Chicago, Andy Yerzy. Swinging a foul straight back.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That's to third. And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Nice grab from his knees, the throw, and that's
Nice
a great
play.
play for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Allen in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
1 ball. No strike.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Count.
Second go 1 right here.
The tying run at the plate. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the second game of the series. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And another ball. Got him looking for the strikeout. Cubbies with only 1 out left. And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. And that one fouled off. Next offering is down low. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Next offering upstairs. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Next pitch is outside.
That's a big run over there at first base. He's got some speed. Let's see if they send him.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. He's got it.
39.
And the Angels have won 4 in a row.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come up with the and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Right through there for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Outside low, and it's 1-1.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
The 1-2. Got him swinging.
One down.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And it hits the base of the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
One out, runner at second. Now, Drew Jones. That misses the zone. 1-0.
These fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Oh, right to the backstop. Moreno gathers, goes to first, not in time, and he reaches safely. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. And that's outside. Ball one. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Tying run at the plate. Laced down the line. Could be extra bases. One runs in. Coming home. The relay to the plate. In there safely. It's 3-2.
Oh, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Center field. Puts it away for the out. So it's their last chance in this one. And stepping in for the Mariners, Joe Matt. Line drive, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score, and the Mariners have tied the game. It's 3-all. Huge moment. New pitcher on here, Joe Ryan.
How are we losing to the A's? Oh, man. Save situation. Hey, Son Kim. 1, 2, 3. Boy, there's their roster turned over.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Back to the top of the lineup, and here's the Twins leadoff guy, Ha-Sung Kim. That's in there, 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left side. Carter under it.
1 down.
Puts it away for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
St. John stands in now and watches strike 1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The punch out there.
2 down.
2 away down.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one finds the zone. 2-1 now. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. They're down to their final strike. Got him. That's the
Got
ball.
him. Is that the 40?
We've grown to expect him to just roll in the games and simply close them out easily, and he's made it look very easy at times, and now he's up
40
to 40 saves for the year.
Yo, emoji sign of the horns. Welcome to the Minnesota Jer channel. Hi, emoji waving hand. Go Angels, emoji smiling face with halo. Keep rolling, emoji flex biceps. 3-6 saves. Boss challenge versus Juan Soto.
Oh, he's up to an 89.
Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Ninth inning here with one away.
I just want to see what kind of contract he gets and if he can go back to playing catcher.
Now the Minnesota cleanup hitter.
Colt Keith,
So
28
clutch,
homers,
you could argue
98
that he's been this
RBI.
team's MVP this year.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Twins trailing by 3 here in the second game of the series. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Reaching for it and breaks
What a
it
catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
James is just one strike away. That one drilled left field, and an automatic double now as it hops the wall in foul ground.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. With the tying run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Got him.
And that's the ball
Running
game.
fastball, strikeout.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the line.
41
Pitchers are pitching.
45.
The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
Four straight wins after how many losses in a row?
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. And now it's going to be Matt Frazier. And that skips in the dirt.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
That one finds the zone. And the count even 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off. Go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes.
One down.
And one out now.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
James, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
So they're down to their final out. Brooks Lee next up for the Cardinals. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike one.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Two-run game with two away here in the bottom of the ninth. And that's a base hit. Wes Cat next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, you know, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
The Cardinals down to their final strike. Breaking ball, and that got him.
God.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
Strike 2.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it all game, and the Angels use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
It's always nice to grab the opener of the
42.
series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 31 minutes.
+203 runs. Wow. 1,300 strikeouts.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Zidane Rafaela digs in now. Right through there for a strike.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Swings through that one out in front that time. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Right here.
The 0-2. That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero. One up, one down. So stepping in for Boston, Jackie Guy. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Ruiz has this one sized up. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio. Swings through that one for strike one.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Get back to the dugout. Come on.
Got him swinging. Nothing doing here this half. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Angels 4.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 16 runners on base.
16 runners. 86 catcher, 89 closer. I hate pitching to Brendan Donovan. Muncie, Trout, Lane, Glad.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Digging in, Tyler Locklear. 1 for 3. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Now it's going to be Will Paris. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Now
Double
only
play.
one out remaining. Brendan Donovan getting ready to hit. That one missed.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. And that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Alright, we got an equipment pack, and we're down to the last 3 games of the year, I believe. That went fast.
Yo, emoji sign of the horns. Skipping some comments. Hi, emoji waving hand. Go Angels, emoji smiling face with halo. Keep rolling, emoji flexed biceps. 3-6 saves. Boss challenge versus Juan Soto. 4-3 saves.
I don't know why we're having problems with Oakland. Zach Neto. 5, 6, 7. Royce Lewis.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now the shortstop, Zach Neto, 1 for 3.
Right here.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. And that skips in the dirt. And now 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Hey, no outs now, none.
This one popped up. Muncy settles underneath it. But it's the pitcher that makes the play. One away. He's 2 outs away. Now it's going to be Guillermo Miranda. And a swing and a miss there.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
The pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Ornelas in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Athletics trailing by 3 here in the second game of the series. Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. 1 strike away. That's outside, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that'll do it.
44. Give me one more save up. Give me 45 on the year.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and now the center fielder, Dave Friedenberg. And first offering is fouled off. James, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And a swing and a miss.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rates.
Got him.
Another
Wraps
save.
it up for this afternoon.
You don't reach 45 saves in a season by wasting opportunities. This guy's been taking advantage of these moments all year, and we saw it happen again in this win.
I believe that's the end of the year. Let's see who we get in the playoffs. I'm going to restart the stream, I think. milestone. I wonder if this gotta be the most saves I have in my career. I gotta check that out. Congratulations, the Angels have finished the season at 103-59 and won their division. You'll be taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game. 2.58. Wonder what his whip was again. Vlad Guerrero had a good year. Shohei, 48 homers. Look at that. All Angels. Hey, reliever of the year, Jeremiah James. That was my second most. I had 48 saves. Three straight All-Stars, and I finally won reliever of the year. Gabe Marino. Evan Carter. Silver Slugger. Gabe Marino. Vlad Guerrero. Colt Keith. Christopher Morel. Bobby Witt, Jackson Holiday. Riley Green. So, we're stacked in pitching.